You're a man looking at the world through a keyhole, and you've spent your whole life trying to widen that keyhole, to see more, to know more. And now, on hearing that it can be widened in ways you can't imagine, you reject the possibility.
No, I reject it because I do not believe in fairy tales about chakras or energy or the power of belief. There is no such thing as spirit. We are made of matter and nothing more. You're just another tiny, momentary speck within an indifferent universe.
You think too little of yourself.
Oh, you think you see through me, do you? Well, you don't. But I see through you. What did you just do to me?
I pushed your astral form out of your physical form.
What's in that tea? Psilocybin? LSD?
It's just tea. With a little honey.
Mental.
In a dark corner of the world, three men will work together to bring you a podcast like no other. This is Fanatically Correct, where the fans, the geeks, and the nerds are always correct. With your host, MSK, Yo Peace, and Omega.
You guys don't notice how the Doctor Strange trailer looks a lot like the Inception trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of Inception in it.
Exactly.
Dr. Inception.
Dr. Inception. Yeah, that's they could have just called it that.
I'm hyped.
I am too. Actually, we'll go ahead and talk to start things off because we didn't get a chance to because we took our hiatus thanks to Batman v Superman. So DC got some pop from us. We could talk about Marvel from 2016 to hype up towards Doctor Strange. Got some good build-up. Civil War.
War. What else came out this year? Civil War.
X-Men Apocalypse. Deadpool.
No. Relax.
Yeah,
that's
not
not Marvel though. It's not Marvel.
It's Civil
Studios.
War.
Civil War.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is feeding off Civil War.
That's not MCU.
And
MCU.
no, we gotta talk Civil War. I mean, we'll see how Doctor Strange is, but that's like the superhero film of 2016 next to Deadpool. But yeah, Civil War, great stuff.
I think I'm more hyped for Doctor Strange. Civil War was awesome. I love Civil War, but after that Doctor Strange trailer, I'm so hyped, man.
Yeah, Doctor Strange looks really good. Really good.
Yeah, it has a lot of elements of things that are going to be now new to the MCU and now bringing everything together, opening up all the worlds because now we're going to have time travel because it looks obviously they're going to bring in from that reverse trailer that they did. They're probably strongly hinting at the the time gem or the time stone on the gauntlet. So we're definitely going to have time travel now. We're definitely going to have alternate universes now, and we're also going to have magic. And even though you guys don't watch it, now that they have Ghost Rider on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they've already opened up the dark, aspect and dimensions and hell dimensions and demons and things like that into the MCU also. So now they pretty much opened everything that's available to the Infinity War. So it's really going to build up towards all that.
But, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's still going, huh?
Yeah, it's still happening.
Apparently that's still going. I'm surprised that they didn't give Ghost Rider his own show.
You know why? Because I think it's hard too. Because if you guys aren't watching, but they're not using the Johnny Blaze, the original Ghost Rider, because I guess Fox or Sony still has the rights to that. So they went with one of the other Ghost Riders, the one that has the Mustang, is Hispanic. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It's good. But it's not Johnny Blaze. It's not the motorcycle.
It's not the one we wrote.
Exactly. So it's to give a series off of a secondary version of a character is probably not going to work the best. I mean, and maybe after doing this one on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they might have a strong point to do one of the other. I think there's like 5 of them total. Maybe one of the other ones will happen on Netflix, which would be the best place for something like that. Would be on the Netflix versions of it.
He actually looks good though. Like on the clips that I've seen, like it looks pretty decent to the actual character.
Yeah, it's not film version, and the actual skull is different for that version of the Ghost Rider than the original Ghost Rider, so it works for that. And the CGI is not bad, especially considering it's television. But yeah, it's still not what we would want from Ghost Rider. I enjoy it, but you guys don't even watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore. There's a lot of people who feel the same way. So it's a little rough, but at least the concept is there, that all these now different angles of what the MCU offers in the comic books are now all open to the, cinema version. So now we're going to get to see that, and Doctor Strange is really going to kick up the notch to build towards like Infinity Wars and all that greatness that's to come. And but yeah, back to Civil War. Come on, I mean, what did it for you guys in Civil War?
Probably Spider-Man. Probably Spider-Man.
So yeah, if we're getting into the characters that had the most pop, I mean, yeah, let's go with that, because you had a lot of new characters introduced into the Avenger aspect, because you had a couple characters new altogether, and then a couple characters that were new to an Avenger film. So MSK is going Spider-Man. How you feel, Yo Piece? Spider-Man also?
No, man. Well, I mean, not that I didn't like Spider-Man. Spider-Man was actually good. I was more into the Black Panther.
Yeah, he was good too.
So we're all gonna have a different one, because I'm leaning towards, even though he's not new to the MCU because he had his own film, but to the Avengers world, I loved Ant-Man in that movie. He was awesome. I loved Ant-Man. He was at the smaller part of the two between Spider-Man and Black Panther, but I just loved everything because I like the comedy, and he was funny from beginning to end the moment he hit the screen.
Yeah, the banter between him and like what Spider-Man was bringing to the table, it was good, man. It was evenly balanced.
Yes, because he was on Team Captain America, and Spider-Man was on Team Iron Man. So each had a super funny guy. But yeah, and Tom Holland, I mean, he's gonna be a great Spider-Man. He is. Anything, I guess they rushed putting Spider-Man in there just so they could prove to everyone, like, get ready, this is gonna be a great Spider-Man, and we got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Andrew Garfield though as Spider-Man, but I think this kid's gonna be good, man. He's gonna be really good.
I enjoyed Garfield too. I liked Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. I had no hate for those films. I like both those films very much so. And to me, a next level compared to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. But yeah, I think Tom Holland is going to be a really, I mean, they went really young this time, an actual actor who really is that age, as opposed to let's do a montage and rush them through that age real quick because they're about 15 years older than that age. Now they're going to actually marinate in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He fits
well. I feel
like
Tobey Maguire was like 40 when he was playing Spider-Man. I don't know.
Seriously.
Like, that's what I get when I see him.
Especially in the high school years. Like, come on, that's not a high school kid.
Yeah.
Like that's a substitute teacher. Stop it now.
Yeah. When you look back now, it's so like, why? Why?
Yeah,
why did that happen?
They're not like, I mean, we're totally side noting it's just Tobey Spider-Man, but I have to share that Yo Piece's MSK's kid was dressing as Spider-Man for Halloween, and we were joking about he couldn't keep the mask on. I was saying, he's like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. He can't keep the mask on. Something has to work out for him to either take it off, rip it off, it blows up in his face. Something to always like, hey, you guys have to know Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man. Every scene you have to see Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man. It's like that's the most CGI-able, which they did in Civil War. They did it right. It's like, yes, when he is Peter Parker, show me, the actor playing Peter Parker. But once he's in a suit, come on, CGI that. That's like the best character to CGI because he's doing so much. You
get away with it. Yeah.
Work. Exactly. You expect it, and it looks good. It's like they did with Deadpool. It works. And in that scene especially, come on. They were blowing it up during the trailers, and we were waiting for it. And no matter how many times you see it, it's such a great scene, that fight scene. It's just epic superhero comic.
Yeah, Civil War is awesome. Civil War is awesome. But yeah, after Civil War was great. But for some reason, when I saw the trailer for Doctor Strange, I just felt like it might be better. It might top it. For me, I don't know. I like that style, that Inception type look that it's going for.
And it looks really good. It looks really good. Like it's man. Like think about it.
Just the cast. Yeah, well, and that's we're making a lot of comparisons to Inception. Is that it has the same thing Inception has, where it has a cast, like such a big cast. Every actor, the way Inception had like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tom Hardy, Leonardo DiCaprio, so many great actors in the cast. And this one, for the most part, has a very similar situation. And Cumberbatch is like by far, probably in my opinion, since Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, that is the next best casting for a superhero is Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange. I mean, he just looks and just totally feels the part of Doctor Strange. Just spot on.
Yeah,
Which
he definitely looks like him for sure.
Oh, hands down. But that brings up a side note of Robert Downey Jr. and Cumberbatch. Now you have two Sherlock Holmes in the MCU main characters in the Avengers. So pretty interesting. Goes to show guys who have the chops to play Sherlock.
Yeah, they have to have a scene where both of them are kind of like making fun of that fact. Like there has to be a joke.
That would be excellent.
There has to be for not Doctor Strange, but when Infinity Wars, there has to be something.
Yes. They can do something simple. Like, hey, listen up, MCU. We're writing your script for you. Something simple where when they're like, powwowing to make a plan, to fight, I guess, Thanos or whatever. And they can have like a moment where something pops up about Sherlock Holmes, like a new TV show. Because there's that one with Lucy Liu that's on network television or whatever. But something like that. and where Tony Stark can go, where Tony Stark goes, I prefer the Guy Ritchie one better. And then, Cumberbatch is, Doctor Strange's version. Like, I prefer the one that's on Netflix. Something like that.
or they can do something like it's elementary, Watson. Like just something.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like something like that.
That would be good. That would be good.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Just a line, just that line, and that's it. Like both of them looking at each other. And
Tony Stark would be the guy to say "No shit, Sherlock," and
Yeah.
and then Cumberbatch would be the one. Well, it's elementary. That would be perfect.
That would be.
That would have been great. That would be great.
Yeah. And then if we see that on the big screen, we sue somebody.
That was our idea.
If we see that in Infinity Wars, we're calling a lawyer. Someone's going to be our avocado.
We'll have this podcast as proof too. So exactly,
we have printed stamp proof that we came up with it first. You heard it first here on Fanatically Correct. Right. So Doctor Strange looks good. I like the way that the promos are being cut well, the trailers are being cut well. What we're actually seeing in the trailers is not just that they're tricking us with, trailer, like MSK always brings up, like, oh, those are trailer tricks to make you think it's going to be a good movie, which is true. That does happen in a lot of, trailers. You watch the movie, like, damn, trailer was better than the film. And this doesn't look, the actual content that's happening in the trailer, it looks good. Again, you have a great cast. A lot of the actors in there are actors we like from other stuff, from Firefly, from what's the one? Constantine is right. Wasn't the
Constantine?
She's Michael or Gabriel or whatever in Constantine.
Gabriel. She's Gabriel.
She's Gabriel. Yeah.
Gabriel.
Tilda.
Yeah. Great actress. And then you have Benjamin Cumberbatch, of course. And then you have no, not Benjamin Cumberbatch. Sorry, Benjamin Bratt. Like, how did that happen?
What?
He's not even in the trailers.
He's in this movie?
Benjamin Bratt is, according to the cast and credits.
Wait, who's in this movie?
the villain from Ride Along 2.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in those movies too, the Miss Congeniality movies.
Yeah.
Wait. Benjamin Bratt.
Yes.
Oh.
Isn't he also in Demolition Man?
He's a Demolition Man, yeah.
Yes. He's like, oh, he doesn't know how to use the 3 shells.
No, it's, so you have Ben, another Benedict Wong, whose character's name is Wong.
Of course, because,
Wow.
Wong.
They couldn't. Oh, jeez.
No, I mean,
Mads Mikkelsen. That guy's always a villain.
Mads, I love Mads, man. That guy looks like a villain. I feel like he walks around as a villain in life.
Listen, Mads Mads got the perfect name. Like, seriously, think about it. He's always mad.
It is.
He's always mad.
That should just be his name, his character's name in every movie he's in as a bad guy. Like he was in Casino Royale. He should have been Mads.
Casino Royale.
Mads.
Yeah.
Mads hitting Bond in the nuts with what was he using? What was that he was using? Like
I don't know.
A sandbag with. Oh man, what a scene!
Yeah, man. That scene is brutal.
I was in pain.
Yeah. I'm still in pain. 10 years later.
Waterboard me. Okay, I never like an Archer. You've never been waterboarding? There's a whole episode in Archer about that. I never been waterboarded. I know but I'm just pretty sure. I don't care. I'm a dude. I would rather be waterboarded than that.
Oh, yeah, man. That's
going terrible. More to the left, more to the right. That's insane. That's just one of the most insane forms of torture
Mads.
I've ever seen in a film.
Man. Did you guys see that show? What's that? The Silence of the Lambs show that he was in?
That's right.
He
played Hannibal.
Hannibal.
He played
Hannibal.
Hannibal.
Hannibal. Hannibal.
Yeah,
he played Hannibal Lecter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's good. He's good for that. Yeah, the guy's. Yeah, he's spot on. And this, and the guy from Firefly. I'm not gonna try his name. Chai. I'm just gonna say Chai. And
man, that's Chai Geofor.
No, I'm gonna insult this
Chai
gentleman by trying. I'm gonna insult him by trying to say his name.
It's Chai Geofor.
Sounds like a Starbucks order.
Chai latte, a chai Geofor.
Can I get a venti Chai Geofor latte
with whip and an extra shot of espresso.
With espresso, yeah.
That guy's a great actor, though.
No,
man.
that guy is
great
awesome.
He's
I love him in Firefly.
He's in Serenity. In Serenity, he's a badass.
Well, wasn't he also in the series of Firefly, or he was just in Serenity?
No, he was just the main villain in.
Serenity.
He
was just in in Serenity.
Yeah,
that scene was great.
12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, 12 Years a Slave. Yeah, I was gonna go
excellent.
Why we like that he was in 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah,
an American Gangster. Oh, The Martian. Oh, he was funny in The Martian. He's the one that goes.
He was funny. Yeah, The Martian was great.
Yeah, he goes back and forth a lot with Matt Damon in The Martian.
Children of Men. That's a good movie.
He was in 999. That's right. He was in 999. Have you guys seen 999? That's a good movie.
I haven't seen it.
It very simple script. It's got a lot of good actors in it. Norman Reedus. I always forget his name. The Falcon. What is it? Mackie? The Falcon from Civil War. Back to Marvel. He's in it too.
Anthony Mackie.
Good. The consistent acting. Affleck. Casey Affleck's in it. He's got a main part in it too. It's got a lot of good. Woody Harrelson's in it too. It's great cast. It's got a very good simple storyline, but it's action packed. And Kate Winslet, Rose from Titanic or whatever. That's to me her best role ever. Watch that movie and you'll agree with me. That is
she's like a cop, right?
No, she's a Russian mob queen.
Oh wow.
Next level, totally different character from anything you've ever seen her play, and she plays it so well. You hate this woman. You watch that movie, and you hate this woman. She does such a good job. That's a real underrated film, but it's pretty good. But yeah, it's a good actor. The guy is definitely a good actor.
In that movie. Daryl's in that
Norman
movie.
Reedus. Yeah, Norman Reedus.
Yeah, Norman. Now, is this movie on Netflix? Because I don't know if I've seen it on Netflix before.
It might be by now. It might be by now. I think it was out during the summer. Aaron Paul's in it too from Breaking Bad.
Omar Little.
Omar's coming. Oh man, Omar's awesome. Yeah, Omar from The Wire.
Yeah, from The Wire.
Everybody's from The Wire.
Omar's from The Wire.
Every time there's a good actor, he's from The Wire. Just stop it. Especially on HBO shows, because they rehash actors on HBO all the time, all over all their shows, from Sopranos to The Wire to Oz to even Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Because they say Littlefingers from The Wire.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before.
But yeah,
we are so far. We are so
we're gonna
far
tangent.
away from.
We're gonna tangent so much from Doctor Strange.
Man,
I honestly don't know a lot about Doctor Strange as a character himself. I don't know too much about him.
He's not. What he is one of those Avenger characters. It's almost like Namor, Submariner. I don't know if they'll ever bring him in, or actually like even Hawkeye. He's same thing. A lot of these Avenger characters aren't great standalone reads, from the comic book time, and that's why you see a lot of them don't actually get their own film, animated or otherwise. And except Doctor Strange has, again, because it's such a completely different twist, especially for the MCU, of what they've been doing of aliens and sci-fi and space travel. Now, they can't just introduce him without fantasy. Exactly. Yeah, they can't introduce him without giving him his own, platform to start off from. But he is overall just a good side character. But for the most part, I seriously doubt there'll be a Doctor Strange 2 or Doctor Strange 3, which is good because it looks like they're really throwing everything at us in this first film. And after this, we'll just get him as a side character in a lot of the other films.
This is Hollywood, man. If this thing makes money,
I think
it's true.
And with the cast they have with Cumberbatch right now, Cumberbatch is on a high right now. So
Yeah.
Oh, and Rachel McAdams, like
Yeah.
big jump for a female lead in a superhero film. I mean, as of lately, she hasn't. This is her first step into it, and with all the other big female actresses that have been jumping into female leads in superhero films as the love interest, not as an actual superhero themselves. Kind of actually good casting on that. Good jump to jump into. She's good actors, so we'll see. I'm not very familiar with the base materials, like you said about Doctor Strange. I'm the same here. I'm not very familiar with the base material, so I don't know what her character entails, what her lifespan is, or if she turns into a superhero character herself or whatnot. I'm not sure. To me, it just seems more like the Natalie Portman role from Thor, except with a much currently stronger actress.
Yeah, probably
Hopefully.
better.
And yeah.
Well, I said
Probably
currently. Natalie Portman's had her some great performances, but she's had some also not so great performances.
No, but I mean, like Natalie Portman is the only person in the MCU that I feel is completely out of place in any of the Marvel movies. Like, I feel she's completely out of place.
Well, she's not going to be in Ragnarok, is she?
No, I don't think she is. I think they replaced her with another actress.
I think she's getting Pepper Potts. I think we're on a break.
Yeah.
Which is Tony Stark was the best one. It's like, we're on a break. I'm gonna bang Spider-Man's aunt. Which, if you say that pre-seeing that Marissa Tomei was casted as Aunt May, you go, what?
Yeah.
Tony Stark's gonna do what with who?
No.
Yeah.
Man,
they did that on purpose. Yeah.
Of course.
They did. Of course. Oh, Homecoming's gonna be. Homecoming might as well be Peter Parker does not want to come home. That's what it should be. Because he's gonna walk in on that. It's like Tony Stark's gonna be over all the time. He's like, "Hey, kid, just start calling me Uncle Tony."
Marissa Tomei, man, she's a good actress.
Yeah, think about it. Hey, kid, here's a cool superhero costume for you to use your powers. Now get out of the house. Me and your aunt have some Parcheesi to play or something.
Parcheesi. What century is this?
I don't know. He's got to go easy on on Peter Parker.
Twist.
He's young kid doing what's going straight up.
They're gonna play Twister. We're gonna
play Tony Twister.
Tony Twister. But yeah, man. What else are you guys looking forward to in this movie?
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. Well,
the story, I just want to see what the story is, because everything else looks amazing. Like, from the trailer, the cuts of the trailers, it looks awesome. Like, I'm down. I want to sit there. I want to see a 3D. I'm sorry. I know MSK, you don't agree with the 3D, but I definitely
I'm not big on 3D.
Yeah, see, I actually, MSK and I are catching it together because we got the tickets, and mainly because of time slot situations. Because usually, you know how I am, I'm quite the butthole, and I'll force MSK to watch 3D movies. We do it all the time.
One movie a year that he forces.
Yeah, and then we poke fun and laugh at him when he complains about his headache afterwards.
Yeah.
But overall, all the other crew members for the film, they were very disappointed when I told them it's not 3D. He's like, it's not in 3D.
But
awesome. In fairness, all the 3D showings were sold out because we were holding out for a particular theater.
Sure.
And when that theater came up, all the seats sold out immediately. So when I finally jumped on it, there was no shot. So we're doing it in XD at least. So at least a nice big screen, good surround sound. But I'm definitely have to see it a second time in 3D. And I'm sure it's going to be good enough to watch a second time.
I'm sure it's going to be great on IMAX, on the IMAX screen. I'm sure it's going to
IMAX 3D is probably the best way to see
IMAX 3D is actually perfect way to see it.
That's how I saw Inception. Speaking of which, I saw Inception that way, IMAX 3D, the first time.
Yeah.
And it was pretty mind-blowing. Even though I don't think that one was – no, there were scenes shot for IMAX and Inception.
For Inception, I think maybe one or two. I'm not sure. I mean, Nolan
I think there was one scene
with IMAX cameras.
Yeah, I think it was the one scene, the whole Arctic, when they were within the dream.
Yeah.
And they were in the snow part, where they were like skiing and shooting and all that. I think that scene was shot in IMAX, so it was pretty awesome.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember, but yeah.
But say what Yopis is saying with the story. We'll see what it's going to be about. I don't know if it's going to be alternate realities or because that's obviously what they hint at, and I don't know, other dimensions and the whole thing where the world turns upside down. I don't know if that's him traveling in between dimensions or if the actual reality is unwinding. Like it's going to be interesting to see where that's leading to.
Yeah,
and I don't know if they're going to go into another the upside down world. You know, they're going, you know, because the world turns upside down and then they
I
go
can't wait.
upside.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, they did this TV spot, this commercial for television where you play the trailer, right? And it the whole thing has to do with time. Then you reverse the same trailer,
Okay.
and he keeps saying now, but in reverse or playing normal, it's perfect. It looks like an awesome trailer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
in
it looks
reverse,
cool.
and in reverse, it says one.
One. It says one. Yeah, that's right.
Just
Yeah.
one. Like he's winning. He's winning. He won.
Winning.
Winning. Not even one. He says winning in reverse.
Winning. That movie's gonna make a lot of money.
Nah,
Man.
it looks. It is. No,
That
it's
movie's
gonna
gonna
crush
make a
it.
lot
It's
of
gonna
money.
crush it. I gotta tell you what. Speaking of alternate realities and other dimensions, and all, because I was saying the upside down earlier. Speaking of strange, you guys both caught up. You know, you've binge watched Stranger Things, Netflix.
Of course, I saw it twice already.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it once. Not
I've
that-
seen it once and a half. I've had to watch
Yeah.
like a few episodes over again because same thing, introducing it to other people, and then you want to sit down and watch it with them, which happens like with Game of Thrones and things like that too. Like sometimes like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll just sit and watch this again. It's worth it. That show is incredible. I did side note because we haven't gotten to talk about that, but that show is.
No, it's
I
awesome.
love it.
It's awesome. I love the homage. It's not trying too hard to pretend it's like another ET or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it has those little homages to all those old school films that we grew up with. That it's
Big
like
time.
like
Big time.
perfect.
It totally feels like Goonies, Lost Boys.
Yes. All in one.
Yeah.
all in one.
Just-
Even
Yeah.
it's
but without being gimmicky about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not actually. It is gimmicky, but you know what it is. It's also like Luke Cage, which came more recent after that, and so we can still talk a little Marvel as well, where it's a throwback to another decade style of filming, yet still keeping it current.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, and that's totally what Stranger Things does. But where they're smart is it's still taking place in the 80s, so it makes sense. So you enjoy that even more. So it's like, well, it's taking place in the 80s. Storyline wise, it's also more clever to make it take place in the 80s because there's no use of cell phones yet. The internet is not
No technology.
exactly. Technology is still a little bit further behind, so it makes more sense for everything. But they really do pay attention to the details in that show, where all the vehicles, even the way they talk, the hairstyles, and again, just the storytelling too. It's very similar to the way 80s buddy kid films or X-Files and things like that, the way that they're told. Even the lettering, I think the font, they went through a whole thing just to get the font for the
Oh man, the font
for
is
the
so
title.
awesome. That
that
whole
was
title
crazy.
sequence. It's so simple, but it's so effective. Like it totally gets you in the mood to watch that type of show.
Instantly you feel, like you said, it's like the homage to ET and things like that. Yet it's got some scary stuff. Fortunately, like my wife really doesn't like any of the scary, but she makes exceptions when the story is good and the show is good. And same thing, she got on it, right away because it's not a lot of the pop out, especially with what is the Demi Gordon, rather the main monster character in the show. Yeah, there's scenes with that where they set it up the way the original Aliens set up, and even Aliens. Like there's like the moment where they set that up, where overall it's not a horror, but it still has those moments where like the music gets dark, and especially very 80s style the way they do it too, where the music gets dark and they're walking down a corner and something's gonna happen, and they do the it doesn't come from where you expect it to come from, and the suspense. That's the best part of that show, is that they really do well building up the suspense, because like the whole scene with Winona Ryder, the mom with the Christmas lights and the phone and all the way they set up that whole scene, which is like iconic. That's one of the most iconic things from that show, is that whole Christmas light setup.
She's a pretty good weirdo.
Great acting.
She plays a pretty good weirdo. Yeah.
I don't know how much of that's acting and how much of that is Winona Ryder being Winona Ryder.
That's funny.
Yeah, that really might just be her, but whatever.
Yeah.
We'll say it's acting.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in anything in a long time.
No, and the other guy's been in a lot of stuff. The sheriff, I've seen him in things all the time.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Before you get into that, what a great sheriff!
That guy's awesome, man.
He is.
He's a great sheriff. He's a great sheriff. He investigates. He goes
He does.
afterward.
Yeah,
Dude,
he actually does his job. Yeah.
Yes.
He does his job. Yeah, to the point where he's at risk of losing his job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
he doesn't
life,
care.
really. Yeah.
That's how sheriff should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he cares. And well, that was just funny because my mother-in-law actually just started watching it because like everyone's been peer pressuring her to get into it, and she like calls and asks questions like, just watch, they'll explain it. Just watch, explain it. Because she was pointing out right away, like in the second episode or third episode, I was like, she goes, why did he wait so long to go to the science test facility to see if they had gone there? And it's like, well, again, like you're saying, he's such a good sheriff. It's like they got a call about a kid. They thought that was the kid, but they still now find out there's another kid. It doesn't mean like now he just, oh, forget it. I'm still haven't found kid 1, so kid 2, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. He's still got to investigate.
He has to investigate. Yeah. That's funny.
And then he goes back.
But
they did,
I also want to apologize. Spoiler alert.
This one's not that much of a spoiler.
Yeah, everyone should watch. Hey, everyone's binge watching it. Yeah.
No, it's that he's not. He just said there's a missing kid. That's all he said. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just missing kid.
Yeah.
It's such a good show.
But what a great show. Yeah,
it's a good show.
it is.
Alert! Spoiler alert. Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, this is probably not the best episode for you to stick around. You might want to fast forward here and there. And then they're going to fast forward to the part. The main character dies in the third episode. Like, what? No!
Fast forward here and there. Come back. Hear a spoiler. Go back over there.
And then you prequel it.
No, it's a great show, man. It's an awesome show.
And, you know what? Another thing, it does have to take place in the 80s because now like, I don't see it as much, at least like in like the neighborhoods I grew up in, but in 80s kid, I did do the latchkey thing. You jumped on your bicycle and you went off. You would go go to my middle school that was like 10 blocks away and play basketball, and to go walking to the comic book store. Or like parents are a lot more paranoid now about letting their kids do that. So again, by placing in the 80s, like it's totally normal. Kids just always riding bikes miles away from home.
Well,
so SNL did a whole skit on that.
I found it funny. Michael's parents, one of the main kids, they were his parents. Like they don't care. Like he just goes off and like especially the dad. The dad doesn't give a damn. Like he's not even like involved
at all. No, essentially. Well, the main kid? Well, I guess he's kind of the main kid because the main kid is the one that's Winona Ryder's son. But he has the sister.
Yeah.
Is like wow, like they're pretty relaxed on like her curfew. It's like
for real. Like
what she does, like she just go wherever she wants and does whatever she wants.
Oh yeah, I'm tired of Barb already.
Yeah, but I won't give those spoilers all. But it's the funniest thing to see people ask about a character, and like when you have all the actors say, like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" Yeah. It's so clear, yet for some reason people just can't, figure it out.
Figure it out. Yeah.
Wait, there's people that really can't figure it out.
There's people who bring it up, and they're like, "I don't understand. Well, how are they going to handle this?"
Apparently, she's a fan favorite. Yeah.
I think just to be a la contra. That's it. Everyone wants to be a fan favorite of a character that's not supposed to be a fan favorite. Which is funny because now they're trying to figure out a way to give her more pop, and next thing she's gonna be like the main character next season or something somehow.
Yeah, no, she'll have a spinoff. Yeah,
exactly. Oh, we're in the upside down.
That would suck.
That would suck so bad.
That would be the worst show ever. And then the people watching be like, yeah, why did I care about this character?
That would suck. What's your favorite character in the show? It's so many good characters. The kids are awesome. Every single one. Like, they're great.
Everyone's probably going to say 11. That's like probably the
no, not for me,
not
man.
Really? Not really?
For me, it's not 11.
No.
But I think
I'm not 11.
Say 11.
I'm not 11. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go first. I'm going to tell you my favorite character is Dustin, man.
Yeah, that's
everyone's kid.
That's everyone's favorite kid.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's great.
He's awesome. Actually,
and the sheriff, obviously.
I was going to say that. To me, my favorite character is the sheriff. I really enjoy when he has his own storyline and they focus on his characters. He has actually a pretty dark history too, which I kind of had a feeling was the case. They do a good job of it not being very predictable,
right?
But predictable enough. And then when it happens, you still see the impact and and the drama behind it, but it's very well done. And I like his backstory. I enjoy characters that have backstory. But I'll tell you right now, the actress
backstory is pretty deep.
It is. Again, that's a spoiler, to not give that away. But yeah, he has a very deep storyline that makes a lot of sense why he's a good sheriff, especially in this particular situation.
Well, and what about you, MSK? What's your
that's pretty much it's Dustin and I actually like the kid that plays Jonathan. I thought he did a pretty good job. The
which is the Winona Ryder's kid.
Yeah, the older kid, the older
kid.
brother.
Oh
isn't his
yes,
brother?
oh yeah,
Yeah, his brother.
the eldest son. Yeah, that's a good character too. Yeah, he is a good character.
Yeah, as an actor, he's pretty good. That guy.
Actually, even the boyfriend, which I know I've seen him in other stuff too.
Yeah,
even the boyfriend.
That guy plays a douchebag very well.
He is exactly. He is. You always usually plays a d-bag, but he actually has some moments, where some redeeming moments, here and there. Especially towards the latter half of the season. Yeah, he has some redeeming. But I'll tell you, the actress, that was one of the things that sold me on the show right away. The actress who plays 11, she's probably like 11 years old or maybe 13. She was, when she was like 7, on a British show, and you guys like the British shows, that comes off, that used to come on after Orphan Black. I think it's called The Intruders, something like that. It's about like past lives being able to take over the current.
I heard about that. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah. And her character is a 7-year-old girl whose past life is like this serial killer. And she, at 7 years old, around there, plays that character. Like, you believe it. You totally believe that is a grown 40-something-year-old man serial killer in that little girl's body.
Wow.
So once I saw that was the same actress, I'm like, whatever her part's going to be, it's going to be awesome because she's actually already kind of a heavyweight character actor.
She's going to kill it.
She's going to kill it. And sure enough, she was actually, she kind of downplays a little bit to like keep in line with the age range of the other characters she's with. So if you watch that show, you'll actually be even more impressed with her performance there than this one, because in that show she's the only kid and she's keeping up with all these older actors that are also pretty seasoned. They're actors that you've seen in a lot of other shows and movies as well too, and she's carrying her weight. And then you watch Stranger Things, and she brings it down to match her age range of the actors too, to not oversteal the scenes and over empower her character over theirs. So she does a great job. But I already knew, I'm like, oh, this is going to be some type of twisted type of show or something, because they wouldn't have casted her if it was going to be a real simple part. And sure enough, it doesn't fail. All those kids are blowing up. Their lives are changed forever.
And they're loving the experience, though. The whole
well, because it's like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead. They're fans of their own show.
Yeah.
Other actors out there, they do a show as just a part, and those are usually the shows that don't last as long because it doesn't have that same love from the cast and the crew and the writers and the directors and the producers, where you could tell this is another one of those shows where all the actors and cast and crew watched it afterwards and they're in love. They're like, this is a great show, and they're huge fans. And they even do their own theories, which is pretty funny. When you see them, when they start talking theories, because then everyone jumps on it and goes, oh, that's what's going to happen. Because since you heard it from an actor, even though it's just a theory of theirs as well as a fan, they're already jumping on it like, oh, that's what's going to happen in the show.
No, that show's great, man. All the kids did a great job.
I'm going to go spoiler alert, so anyone listening, because I want to talk a little bit about theories so we're talking theories now, so anyone who hasn't seen Stranger Things yet, now's a good time to cut out for a little bit. There was a theory. Wait.
When did they get to come back?
When do they get to come back?
We mean the see? The listeners.
Yeah. You're just telling our listeners just to turn us off.
We'll Twitter it.
That's what you're saying.
We'll Twitter it
are we going to my timeline?
We'll put it on the description.
Yeah, we'll Twitter it
on the description.
Yeah,
we'll put when we stop.
Twitter it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, MSK's right. On the description, if you haven't seen Stranger Things, skip from this time to this time.
Exactly.
Even though the episode's about Doctor Strange, worry about
was it about Doctor Strange? Was it about Doctor Strange? Because I completely forgot.
I think we started somewhere around that. But yeah,
talk about side note.
Theory. Big time side steal. Yeah. So speaking of theories, because what's his name again? The kid who has the gums, the teeth. Dustin. Well, the actor who plays Dustin was on one of these shows, I think Geeking Out, and he was talking about theories, and he was with the other kid, I can't remember his name now. And it's funny because the other kid stops him, and he goes, stop talking theories because you have said theories before, like when they were in mid-filming, because you know how the same thing, there's secrecy, so they give him the script at a time, and he was already coming up with theories then because he was already a fan of the show, and some of those theories would turn out to be right. And he actually made a theory that is, I hope it's what happens because it would be really cool, which is the youngest kid, the one who got stolen, the one who was in the Upside Down. What's his
Will.
Will, and he was saying, like, and everyone, and it's true. How does Will survive all that time? From the Demigorgon, and he's not really getting nourishment. He's not really getting food. He's also the one who's able to communicate through the lights, through the phone. And also, was there a scene, you could tell me, was there any point where he was bleeding when he got taken by the Demigorgon?
When he was bleeding. I don't remember him bleeding.
I don't remember him bleeding. Remember?
Yeah, I don't.
It was blood. Well, remember, they had discovered that the Demigorgon was following blood. Yet he didn't bleed. So the theory is, which makes a lot of sense, because remember when they revealed where it came from, the monster was because it was attracted to 11 through the telekinesis. And the theory is that Will is like 11, which is telekinetic and telepathic and all these hidden abilities not yet developed, which is also why the monster would want to like pass its essence onto him, because remember he was like throwing up the pieces of the monster in the sink, like at the very end when he was like for dinner or whatever. So
the worms or whatever it was. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So the kid's theory is that he is like 11, yet he's going to become evil because he has the essence of the monster in him, and that there probably will be a 11 Will battle in season 2. It's really out there, but it would be really cool. Yeah. It would be. And then the other actor told him, he was saying that, he goes, I advise you to stop talking. He told him like that, and I'm geeking out. He goes, I seriously advise you to stop talking. Like, what? It's just a theory. But it's funny because it is. If it ends up being the script and he's theorizing, people are going to listen and hang on to every word that kid says from now on. Yeah.
I think that kid just wrote the second season.
He might have. He's just not going to get any credit.
Yeah,
like the writers didn't even like, they weren't even writing anything, and all of a sudden
he's not gonna get a spin off. He's gonna get a lollipop, and they're gonna kill off his character in season 2, so he can't get any credit.
Nah, that's a good theory.
To be safe.
That's a good theory. That'd be cool.
You guys got any?
I don't know what they're gonna do with season 2. By the way, listeners, you could come back now if you guys are still around.
You can come back.
Welcome back. Welcome back, non-Stranger Thing watching listeners.
Yeah.
We have now officially been talking about Doctor Strange for the past 5 minutes, so there's no spoilers there at all.
Only Doctor Strange.
That's the biggest side note we've ever done. Like we forgot about.
Worst side note. Was that like a 20-minute? Was that like a 20-minute side?
Wait, this is a real side note. Like we actually left. Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
I guess.
No, we're talking about
pretty much did.
That's it.
Yeah, because the best I was able to do is, I think at one point I mentioned Luke Cage, since there's also a show on Netflix. That was the closest I got to Marvel, like 5 degrees, 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
So
nice try.
Well, it's similar. It's similar subject matter. Actually, that's fair to the audience. If you're an audience, if you're looking forward to seeing the film Doctor Strange, you'd probably like the show Stranger Things, because it has, it's not superhero, but it has a lot of what looks like to be similar elements. So
like the word strange.
Yeah, I feel like that's reaching, man. It's
like the word strange is in it.
Yeah, the word strange. That's it.
The word strange is in it.
There's not even because strange.
There's things upside down.
Yeah.
Well, is Doctor Strange like all magic? Like, well, you guys did the same thing. You didn't read Doctor Strange. Like, he's all magic. He's not like telekinetic.
It's all magic.
Or telepathic.
Yeah.
And it's all magic.
It's magic with a little bit of. It's not.
There should be some science in there too. He's a doctor.
Yeah. It's not only magic though. Like, because I mean, it's not like he's just bringing like bunnies out of a hat. Type of thing,
Ta-da. Abracadabra.
But there's a little bit more than just magic.
Yeah, we have no idea. So if any of our listeners calls us out, we're noobs at the Doctor Strange mythology.
Yes, but we are looking forward to it. And our reasoning obviously was Inception, is the biggest reason. And we like superheroes. So, and obviously, who do you think the cameo would be? I'm sure there's going to be at least one Avenger cameo, just like there was an Ant-Man, just like there was in all of them now since they made the first Avenger film. Well, all of them.
This one is a little strange, for me.
It's on its. Yeah, good job with that. Yeah. It's like a standalone. It's the only superhero standalone movie.
I think there has to be at least one cameo. There has to be.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be Iron Man. It's not gonna be Iron Man for sure.
No. It can't. It won't. He's doing Homecoming anyway, so we already know that for sure. That's already been. I just who would fit into that? Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Like, who like who will be able to?
Wait a minute. Actually, wait. There is a mention in the trailer where when he's on a phone call or something like that in one of the trailers, and they say they have a colonel with a massive back injury, which would put it post Civil War, and he might be the doctor they're calling to work on War Machine.
Yeah, you're right. That would be great.
There is a mention of that, and he is a surgeon, and obviously there was a miraculous recovery there because that was a pretty bad injury. So that would make some sense. Now, I don't know if it's post him getting magical abilities or pre-getting magical abilities, but that might be the small little cameo. He might be pre-that, a specialist doctor, or which would already, do the whole destinies entwined type of thing. And then it's a pretty grounded character because he's not a very out there character. He's not from Team Captain America, which is all in hiding, so that it's not going to be any of them. We already know it's not going to be Thor or Hulk because they're going to be doing their thing, which is simultaneously occurring. It's not going to be anybody from Netflix or something like that. So, yeah, I think it just might be that.
Guess. That's a good guess.
That would be my guess. War Machine. That would be my guess. It makes a lot of sense.
Now, Doctor Strange, it's taking place in today's day and age, correct? Like it's not like Doctor Strange who's living for a bunch of years later on, right?
Oh, I don't. Well, again, it looks like there's going to be some time traveling going on. So
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it like in today's day and age, or is it like
I don't know.
No, it's the main storyline is going to be in today. I'm sure it's going to be in today's age.
Yeah,
but
well, it has to
because dealing with dimensions and stuff like that. He might travel into different like realms.
Yeah, he'll be the one to probably unite a lot of the outliner characters. But remember, they had mentioned him in Civil War, not Civil War, Winter Soldier.
Did they?
Yes, when they were interrogating the guy on the rooftop, and he was talking about that the algorithm was picking out people who would be a problem, and one of the people he said was Dr. Strange.
Huh. I need to rewatch that. I don't remember that, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he said it. He said Dr. Banner, Dr. Strange. There was two of the people that they thought would be problematic in Hydra, taking over the world basically. And if they did mention his name. So I don't know. It could very well be that he is maybe like 70s, 80s, and then he's been around. So maybe he's currently already kind of a superhero and just hasn't revealed himself as this person.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know himself,
Or don't. Yeah. That's timely.
We should read some comic books.
That's the whole thing.
We should read some comic books.
It's confusing because they're doing the Flash. It's time travel and alternate realities. So
I can't get back into the comic books right now, man.
No, I can't either. It's especially now film, animation.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Video games. It's just, there's no need to read. So that was Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
That was us
honestly,
hyping
Stranger Things is so good though. Like it gave me like this feeling like you're back into being a kid, man.
You feel like a kid again. Yeah.
I streamed that show in 2 days. In 2 days. In 2 nights it was done.
Same here. Same thing. Yeah, we did it in 2 days. And then I really had the urge to watch Saturday morning cartoons the next day and with a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
But they don't have. There's no good Saturday morning cartoons now.
Yes, there is. Well, not Saturday mornings, though. Sunday mornings for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's not right. It's supposed to be Saturday morning.
Or whenever mornings, because you could stream whenever you want now. So it's not like a specific time.
That's these kids today. They don't know that feeling of having to wait till Saturday morning because there was only when it's sad because our parents and their parents shut up, you don't know anything, which is true. We really don't compare to it. They had Saturday morning slavery work. That's what they had. But
they had to get a job at 10 years old, and we're here eating cereal.
Their Saturday mornings were you wash the car, you clean the gutters, roof the house. What? But still, they don't know the joy of that. Of this is the only time of the week. Which is crazy because we never wanted to wake up early for school. Yeah, we wake up early on Saturday morning with no problem.
But that's Saturday morning. I was up at 6. Yep.
Yeah, especially for 80s kids because we threw on Saturday morning cartoons and we had a strong lineup. Especially we didn't have superhero movies, so that's where we got all our superheroes was Saturday morning cartoons.
Exactly.
And it's great stuff. That's nostalgia right there. and it brings me back to that. That's right.
That's why the show did for me.
Stranger
Like,
Things,
it
yeah.
Yeah. They need to do that in an episode. Show these kids watching Saturday morning cartoons. Like, like up early in the morning, have this slumber party, and show like some good 80s cartoons.
But total nostalgia, man.
Doctor Strange. After we see Doctor Strange, we'll have plenty to say about it.
Now, it's going to take me a while before I see it. So hopefully I can do it sooner than later. But we'll definitely review it.
Yeah. Yeah,
review the movie.
Yeah.
Well, we'll most likely do a year in review, and that'll definitely pop up, especially once we review the year of superheroes, because this is a big, impactful, superhero year, and leading into 2017 is loaded also with superhero stuff. We got Iron Fist is going to come out on Netflix. You have Guardians of the Galaxy 2. You have Ragnarok, and then on DC side you have Wonder Woman, and this is going to be a lot going on.
So you're saying is
we got Punisher too.
That's right.
So you're saying Marvel is going to win again next year?
I don't know. Wonder Woman looks good.
Yeah, but Wonder Woman cannot sustain them.
You say again, like if it's like of course Marvel's already won, like they won already. There's no winning again. They won. Like, it's over.
On this, as far as shows DC wise, The Flash, is great. Arrow's getting better. I like.
Stop it. Stop it. I'm out. I am out.
Stop with Arrow. I feel like this is.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't care. I don't care about Arrow. Stop.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Stop bringing it back.
So, you know what? We'll move on to we'll change subject. Move on to Necessity. Who's
Necessity?
Yeah, who's up? Who's up today for the Necessity?
What do we talk about today?
You know what?
Well, we talked about that word strange.
I'm gonna get one.
Stranger.
And you have a lot of great information about this, and it does tie in because number one, it's a Netflix show, which Stranger Things is a Netflix show, and number two, it has a lot of strange things in it, and they just started their new season on Netflix.
It's just in the history channel.
No, and whatever Yopi says, he has to say in a British accent because the first two seasons are mostly British.
Nope.
It's a little show called Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
It's
Black Mirror. Black Mirror. Black Mirror.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yes. So that's the show. It's on Netflix
in Europe. Like you're never gonna be allowed to the British. God, so bad. So
to the United Kingdom. He's gonna have a "you may not enter" on his passport.
What?
Yeah.
What's wrong, MSK? It's Black Mirror.
This is excellent. So sorry UK. I think this season's on Netflix and has now become a Netflix original. But the first two seasons, I believe, are either E4, BBC, one of those when they came out.
I think it was on one of those big channels.
Yeah, and that's why it was mostly British, and then they jumped and did a Christmas special with Mark Ham. But input, guys. I made the suggestion. You guys got, I'm sure, plenty to say about Black Mirror. Actually, MSK has the best format on how to get into this show, because if you start on the first episode, MSK take it away.
You might not watch it again. Yeah.
Well, what is your recipe?
Well, when I recommended this show to you guys, because you guys hadn't seen it yet,
and I did it. I should have done it the way you said.
Yeah,
but I'm a disturbed individual, so it's still okay, even though I didn't do it the way you said.
Yeah. These shows, these episodes, you could see them out of order because they don't really have to do with. Each episode is standalone. So when I suggested it to Omega, he watched it straight on from episode 1 and on, all in order, which probably isn't the best way to watch it. Because
my wife couldn't watch anymore after the first one.
Yeah.
My wife was done.
Yeah.
So
after the first episode, you're kind of like, I don't want to watch this show. Yeah, you know. So what I would recommend is watch the second episode first, which is 15 Million Merits. Watch that first as the first episode, just to get you started. It's not gruesome. It's not, it's not sick. It's not going to be
the treadmill one.
That's the treadmill one. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue. I just want to remember where you're at.
Yeah. That one's not going to leave you with a bad feeling after you watch it. But if you watch the national anthem, which is the real first episode of the first season, I would recommend that for you guys to watch that second, because that one will leave you with kind of a weird feeling at the end. So
I'm gonna be a little
you might
honest.
not want to watch the show after you watch that.
Yeah, all of them. I'm gonna be a little honest on this. All of them have a little bit of a disturbing feeling afterwards.
Yeah,
yeah,
but not as much as that one. Not as much as that one.
That was the worst. Yeah, that was the worst because you're like, what did I just watch? But all of them do have like because the way the stories tend to twist, it's a little more Outer Limits than it is Twilight Zone, where the endings aren't always the most happy. And not that saying a lot of Twilight Zone episodes, ever ended happy, but a lot of times they had more of like a lesson learned type of thing, and which Black Mirror does too. But it's like a rough way to learn the lesson, and sometimes it's about characters getting their just desserts, and sometimes it's about characters there was no hope for them ever to begin with.
Yeah,
and I think all of them have a little bit, but the first one is wow.
The first one's
don't
rough.
start with the first.
Yeah, watch the second one. Trust me. Just trust me on this. Whoever's listening to it, just watch the second one first. Oh yeah, and just to tie it all up, just to get back with the Marvel thing, Robert Downey Jr. actually wants to option the third episode, which is the entire history of you. He wants to make that into a feature. So
that would be
Robert
good.
Downey Jr. is actually a big fan of this series. He wants to make that a feature film.
That would be good.
Oh, wow.
The bad thing about that is, we've already seen the episode. It would make the film less impactful.
Right.
But yeah, him doing that character, American version, that would be pretty
You can always write things the right
different. You can change it up a
right.
little bit.
Yeah, you could role reversal also.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could also you could do role reversal too. That would work and make it the other way around. But that's a really good episode also. The little tisket, the little side note that I was going to give was in that disturbing first episode though. If you're a fan of the show, or I've watched the show Penny Dreadful, which all 3 seasons are now on Netflix, which is also a great binge watch. The actor who plays the Frankenstein monster in that show, which Yopis can back me up on this, who is a great actor because that character is incredible. And it was just a big shock to realize that is the same actor who plays the Prime Minister in episode 1 of Black Mirror. But again, don't let that be a reason to watch that episode first.
Yeah, great series.
The series is
great
series. The series is a necessity, not the first episode.
Yeah. Great series, man. It's like a modern day Twilight Zone. That's what it is.
It really is. Yeah, it just attacks more the future. Like, it's more of a big warning. I don't know about the new season. Yopis, you have more insight because you saw the first episode, and now that it's Americanized, I don't know what direction that goes into. But for the most part, all the other episodes are a big warning on technology and it going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, they're still sticking to that
format,
pretty much. I mean, you got to see it. Again, it's Black Mirror, and you gotta you gotta just sit there, watch it, and be like, damn, or yay, or however, whatever the episode does.
What?
bloody hell.
whatever it does.
Yay or nay? Yay or nay?
Tea time. Yeah.
Is it brilliant? Did you find it
with a cup of tea?
I found it to be a little.
You want to watch Black Mirror and drink with a cup of tea?
I don't know. I don't know what the
That's brilliant there, mate.
chips and tea and
You fancy
That's a nerd session, Black Mirror.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am sorry.
You have to apologize. We're horrible.
I apologize.
People.
We are
I am
banned
the
for
worst.
raping.
I am the worst.
We're going to start a second Revolutionary War the other way around, in reverse, because of us.
Maybe we should.
So-
Maybe we should do this episode and just put it all in reverse.
Yeah,
There you
like
go.
the
Like
Doctor
Doctor
Strange. Yeah.
Play it forward and then play it backward.
Yeah.
That'll
Can you play
really
backwards.
well,
Our
It's 1
accents
hour,
would be
just-
a lot better. Our accents would sound a lot better in
Probably.
reverse. Yeah.
Probably. I bet they would be.
Tay.
8.
It's 8.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
Black Mirror, that's a necessity. Check it out. It's got a lot of good actors in it.
So wait, this was a double team necessity. Like, I like this. Like, this is new. Are we gonna be doing this from now on?
I think we could do like I think we're adapting the winging it ideas that I've brought for the Nerdcessity. So yeah, I think we could do that.
MSK is the best winger. I've had Black Mirror in the back of my head for a while, and just like because this was such a misdirected. Basically, this episode was like my wife shopping. There was a lot of complete strain from why we're at the store. Like this, it's like we're here to buy some picadillo for dinner tonight. Yet somehow I'm in the game board section and also in the CD section.
That sums up this episode. Yeah, that sums up
pretty much
very well. Yeah,
pretty much.
So with that, if you guys want to contact us, contact FanCor. FanCor is FANCOR. Or you can find us on Twitter at FanCorrect.
What about Facebook, mate?
What are you guys doing to me right now? Facebook is at Fanatically Correct.
Also, if you prefer, you could take a cup and a string and attach it to another cup and then throw it in a window, and we could talk that way too. FanCor.
Also, we're on iTunes. We're on iTunes. You can find us on Fanatically Correct, or on Google Play. You can also find us with Fanatically Correct. We're also on Google Plus, Fanatically Correct. Yes. I'm pretty much the only one that uses that.
Only one in the world. And Tom from MySpace. That's it.
Tom is my friend.
And Tom. Yeah,
that's Tom's his boy. Tom's his boy, man.
Yeah, somehow he's there.
Black Mirror.
And
so yeah,
there's one more thing I wanted to say. What was the other thing I wanted to say? You guys kill me.
Tea time, mate.
Tea time, mate. That's better, right? That was better.
In our worst possible British accents, they're signing off. Peace.
Peace out.
Penis.
And there you have it, folks. This has been Fanatically Correct. Until next time, you crazy kids. Signing off.